This is the day that has been chosen as the time in which I come to understand the lesson that there is no need that I do anything. The return to one's original innocence, one's wholeness, is an underlying theme in many spiritual traditions. In A Course in Miracles, one is guided to see that one does not actually need to return to what one never really left. Rather, one is reawakening to the awareness of the oneness that has always been present. It is called a journey without distance. It is a journey that is timeless. This is but to say that fear's apparent triumph over love never really happened. The impossible did not occur. In the words of the Course, enlightenment is but a recognition, not a change at all. Spiritual awakening is not an acquiring or a doing, but rather an undoing, a removal of the false beliefs that have blocked one's awareness of love's constant presence. To do anything involves the body. The Course teacher Ken Wapnick points out that we mistakenly believe that our safety is found in the body and in the world, and not in the mind itself. The fear-centered ego teaches that the body is the source of one's identity and strength, while the loving mind teaches that it is really the mind that directs what the body does. The mind can either serve the teacher of love or the teacher of fear, which is the split mind we each share in a world of duality. By over-identifying with the body, one makes the illusory world appear to be real. This focus on the body is the ego's attempt to misdirect, much as in a magic performance, where the magician makes the action appear to be occurring where it actually did not occur. Spirit mind recognizes that the world of time and space originates in the mind. What one has projected onto the world began in one's thoughts, giving everything one sees all the meaning it has for oneself. And if you recognize you need do nothing, you have withdrawn the body's value from your mind. Here is the quick and open door through which you slip past centuries of effort and escape from time. In A Course in Miracles, one's happiness does not occur through the changing of the world, but in choosing to change one's mind about the world. This is because perception is seen as an effect and not a cause. That which is looked upon with love's vision is healed of all conflict and made peaceful. Thus, all true healing is seen to occur at the mind level. Spirit is already perfect, and the physical level is but an effect. When one chooses the curriculum of love, the only purpose of the body is to facilitate the teaching of healing. It is not what the body does that is so important, but it is how it is doing it. When one enters the holy instant, the body recedes into the background. The body in A Course in Miracles is not denied, but is reinterpreted as a teaching device in the service of healing. To do nothing is to rest and make a place within you where the activity of the body ceases to demand attention. The Italian language has a phrase, il dolce far niente, which literally means the sweetness of doing nothing. This absence of doing is an intentional choice, a conscious decision to remove oneself from the daily stresses and strivings of the world. Its sweetness comes from a deep connection, which is hidden in goal-directed activities. In the world of time, the body is the primary preoccupation of the ego mind. The awareness of a deeper dimension of being often can only occur when one first steps back from one's fixation on body activities. The sweetness of doing nothing is enjoying just where and how one is in the present moment, without need to get somewhere else. One discovers one is already content with what is arising in the here and now. This is called the joy of being. Of yourself, you can do nothing, because of yourself, you are nothing. One is not of oneself, because one is not separate from one's loving source and from all creation. The teacher Ken Wapnick points out that when we align with our right mind, a mind guided by love, we are actually doing nothing ourselves. It is the love of Spirit that is working through us, offering us the same love that is being extended through us. The body is active, but it is guided by an inexhaustible source of strength and vitality. In any situation requiring healing, we are reminded, I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because he who sent me will direct me. This kind of doing is effortless. One is not exhausted or depleted, and one recognizes that one is accompanied by a knowing, loving presence. This is why Jesus said, "By myself I can do nothing." Do nothing then, and let forgiveness show you what to do. Through Him who is your guide, your Savior and Protector, strong in hope and certain of your ultimate success. A Course in Miracles describes forgiveness as occurring in the absence of any doing. It merely looks and waits and judges not. Forgiveness is really an undoing, a release or giving up of judgment thoughts held in one's mind, and waiting for the loving mind's reinterpretation in order to see one's circumstances differently. This is but an invitation for love's wisdom to enter one's mind. As Workbook Lesson 34 points out, I could see peace instead of this situation, instead of what I see in it now. One's loving mind is re-envisioning the situation through love, redirecting one's efforts, guiding one in what to do or say, or what thoughts to think, and when merely to join with Spirit silently, accompanied by its certainty and strength. Who needs do nothing has no need of time. The recognition of I need do nothing is a stepping away from time. For all doings demand a past and a future. One has identified then one's true allegiance to be with a reality that is timeless, within which action is not required. For all activities are time-bound and keep one moving on the horizontal, time-bound dimension of perception, much like a rug unfolding itself outward into the future. The miracle of love, however, points beyond the body and time, and provides a sudden shift onto the vertical plane of perception. This is how time is shortened, by making sections of it unnecessary, removing portions within it, and resulting in the saving of time. This is but to say that one has advanced further along in time than one would otherwise have been. But truth is real in its own right, and to believe in truth, you do not have to do anything. The undoing of fear and the restoration of peace in the mind does not require changing the world, for the world did not make the seemingly problematic situation. The ego's judging mind did. One does not react directly to anything, but rather to the meaning one has given it. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus points out, people are troubled not by things, but by their views about those things. Because we believe in our judgments and viewpoints, we make them real. How one interprets the situation forms the justification for how one reacts to it. When one uses the ego's beliefs in fear and attack to make sense of some situation, one has made fear and attack real in one's mind. Yet the spirit-guided mind knows that only loving thoughts are true in a world of perception, with everything else being but a call for help and healing, no matter how the situation may appear. When peace comes at last to those who wrestle with temptation and fight against the giving in to sin, when the light comes at last into the mind given to contemplation, or when the goal is finally achieved by anyone, it always comes with just one happy realization: I need do nothing. The ongoing temptation is always to believe in the ego's story of separation, in believing that the dream world and the dream figures in it are real. Belief in separation is accompanied by the idea that one is merely a body, which must attack or be attacked, kill or be killed. Yet when one steps back and detaches from the world, when one is able to rise above the battlefield, removing oneself from the movie script, it is the newfound light of recognition and not the need for further action that brings peace back into one's awareness. What seemed like solid reality is now recognized as but a fiction, a movie, a dream, a delusion. In the soulful words of the Temptations, it was just my imagination running away from me. You were created only to create, neither to see nor do. In A Course in Miracles, to create is to extend love, which requires neither perception, a body, nor a world. One was created to create the good, the beautiful, and the holy, as the Course points out. Extending oneself indefinitely to everyone and everything. The acceptance of the atonement is the recognition that one remains as God created oneself, that one has never lost one's original innocence. The atonement is the understanding the separation never happened, that one never actually separated from perfect love, from oneness, or from the truth. So what is to be done about something that never happened? What is to be done to correct a dream or an illusion? Is it not but to awaken from the dream or illusion to the truth one is the dreamer of the dream, the maker of the illusion? And nothing that the dream body appears to do in the dream, in the illusion, furthers this understanding. This quiet center in which you do nothing will remain with you, giving you rest in the midst of every busy doing on which you are sent. From the quiet center of stillness and silence, Spirit directs our actions, doing the loving mind's unified purpose of healing. The world of perception and time are being laid aside. One has stepped away from the glaring sights and screeching sounds of the world, freed from thoughts of past and future. Private thoughts and ideas of specialness have been undone. Perception has moved into the background, while stillness and restfulness surround oneself in the present moment. One encounters the innocence of a never-changing reality. One has found one's natural place in the joy of being, where the body no longer separates one from anyone or anything. One recognizes one is boundless and everywhere, and yet being nowhere in particular. One has found one's way home at last.